course. And as I say before, and I'll say it again, 1,000 naira in cash is not the same as 1,000 naira airtime. So you know that it's more valuable. You can do so much more with 1,000 naira airtime than you would with 1,000 naira cash. I'm Obi Ivy, and thank you so much for joining me this morning on the Super Breakfast Show. Welcome to the review officially. Let's take a look at the headlines. All right, so this story this morning, the Senate gives permanent secretaries PermSec 48 hours to explain the disbursement of 113 million naira that they say has gone missing. Now, Senate has given 48 hours ultimatum to the permanent secretary of the Ministry of Finance to provide sensitive documents related to disbursement of service-wide votes, SWV, and missing 113 million naira on salary adjustments for Joint Admission and Matriculations Board, that is JAM, or risk warrant of arrest by next week. Now, the Senate, through its Public Accounts Committee headed by Senator Matthew Urogide, he had written a letter of appearance to the ministry on October 20th, 2022, and the letter was received on October 21 by the ministry to also give details of release to all MDAs, including police and armed forces. Also, another letter was written to the ministry on December 8th, and on the issue, this one was concerning the issue of the missing 130 million naira of salary augmentation for JAM. And while the record from the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation revealed that 130 million was released to JAM in May 2017 for salary augmentation, in the invitation letter written to the Ministry of Finance, the ministry was invited to make clarification on the matter at stake at the committee's room on Tuesday, which the ministry officials failed to honor. The representative of JAM, Director of Finance and Accounts, Mohammed Bello, claimed that the 130 million was not released to them, arguing that if the money was released to it or released, it will cut across the whole year. According to the Director of Finance, it will cut across all MDAs using CONLESS. Now, if there is a shortfall in May, it will spread to the whole year. Again, let them come and explain. And they failed to do that. So the Senate is saying, we're going to have you guys arrested. In the next 1 week, we'll have you arrested. You guys have 24 hours to come and explain how 113 million naira did. The more you look, the less you see. And that one was from the Leadership newspaper this morning. Now, on the Daily Post, Senate orders the screening of Onochie and 14 others for NDDC board. The Senate on Tuesday mandated its Committee on Niger Delta Affairs to commence the screening of President Muhammadu Buhari's nominees for the position of chairman and 14 others as members of the board of the NDDC, the Niger Delta Development Commission. And President Buhari had on November 25th written to Senate seeking for the confirmation of his special assistant on new media, Loretta Ifeanyi Onochie, from Delta State as the chairman and 14 others as members of the NDDC. Now, there had been some delays and some groups in the Niger Delta had called for their screening. In fact, there was a headline yesterday saying that they were going to be sued. The presidency was going to be sued for this delay of board constitution. So, but I do hope that with this move right now, all of that will just be dispelled. All right, moving on this morning to a report covered in the Ellen Hub. It's a local blog situated here in Port Harcourt, or based here in Port Harcourt. And this headline here says, a lifeless body of a lady found in Diob with private parts removed. And this is so sad. And I just want to use this opportunity to tell everybody out there, again, let's be careful because crazy things are happening. Crazy things are happening in the country, in our state. Please safeguard your people. I remember on Sunday, a lady in my family church gave a testimony of her son who went to Mile 3 Market to get stuff, and on his way back, unfortunately, he got into a one-chance bus at Mile 3 Market. This was, I think, last week or last 2 weeks. And the next thing he realized himself, it was in Akwa Ibom State, in the bush, where they had gone to use him and some other people for rituals. And as God will have it, they tried to kill him using a knife, and the knife did not enter into his body. They tried as hard as they could, it couldn't work, and then they brought him to the Babalawo person, or the native doctor, who, urged them to please discard him, that he was going to spoil their work, and that was how they, threw him away. And a good Samaritan found him, gave him accommodation for a couple of days. He regained his strength, and then gave him transport money to come back. And this had lasted for about a week, that they had been looking for him all over the state. So please, let's be careful out there. Children, those of us who have children who walk long distance to school, can we just be more careful? If we can have an adult escort them, just be careful out there. Children should also be careful. Pray as well, because I do believe that prayer works and God answers every prayer. So let's just totally be careful. And security operatives as well should be on high alert. They should be on high alert. Imagine the number of people that have gone missing who would never again be found. So let's just be careful. Kidnappings as well. Politicians are getting more and more desperate. Business people are getting more and more desperate. People are looking for ways, to just advance themselves at the expense of their fellow human beings. I saw a headline this morning also where they're calling on security operatives to clamp down on these native doctors that require human parts to do sacrifices. They are the ones who are fueling this trend. Because if there are no native doctors to carry out these sacrifices and do these charms, then there will be no need to kidnap people and have, their private parts and parts of their bodies taken away. It's just crazy. It is just crazy. Anyways, moving away this morning to the Vanguard newspaper. Governor Wike is saying that he would have won the primaries, the presidential primaries of the PDP, if it was not manipulated, and that's what he had to say. Nigeria will completely eliminate the use of petrol and diesel generator, according to President Muhammadu Buhari. He says, over 4 million people were impacted also through solar mini grids. Now, the president has said that the Nigerian government is committed to eliminating the use of petrol and diesel generators in the country by 2060. Certainly not the work of this administration. If we're looking at the year 2060, then this administration is removing itself from the equation. In fact, they're saying to us that most likely we will not even be in this world, on Earth, when this will be achieved. But again, 2060 is not so far away. You remember when we used to hear Vision 2020 when we were much younger? 2020 seemed like maybe Jesus Christ would just be at the brink and the angels would be almost about to blow the trumpet for rapture to take place. But 2020 happened 2 years ago, and a lot of those visions earmarked for 2020 have not seen the daylight of actualization. So while we're busy quoting 2060, it's not too far like that, even though it is a long ways away. Anyways, moving away from that story to this one here, that the Senate to whittle down power of president on EFCC chairman. Moves by the Senate to whittle down the power of the president of the country on the removal of the chairman, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, got a boost yesterday as a bill to that effect scaled second reading. Now, after the bill seeking to amend the EFCC Act 2004 to guarantee security of tenure of its chairman passed second reading, it was accordingly referred to the Senate, to Senator Suleiman Kwari, APC Kaduna-led Senate Committee on Anti-Corruption and Financial Crimes for more legislative input and report at plenary within the next 4 weeks. Now, the bill, which also seeks to amend EFCC Establishment Act 2004 to subject termination of appointment of the chairman to confirmation of the Senate, was sponsored by the Minority Whip, Senator Chukwuka Utazi, PDP Enugu North. And I love that name, Chukwuka, by the way. It's the name of my immediate elder brother. All right, moving away now. PDP nurtured Boko Haram into a monster. Federal government replies Atiku. Now, yesterday, Atiku had, I think it was yesterday or the day before, Atiku had said that he cannot understand why the Boko Haram has been a thorn in the flesh of Nigeria and the Nigerian military. Considering that he has looked around the entire Sambisa area, or at least the area where the Sambisa forest is said to be situated, and he cannot understand where that kind of forest lies or lives in the north. And he says, these are just shrubs that you can't find that kind of bush or forest where terrorists will inhabit. It's such a way that it's difficult to be penetrated by the military. And he's saying, well, this is one of the things, like the Boko Haram phenomenon is just so amazing for him. And he thinks it's just a myth, quote and unquote. And the federal government has replied him by saying that the PDP nurtured the Boko Haram. It's like buying a cub, a lion cub, and then you train it and you train it and you give it fresh meat, teach it how to enjoy the taste of blood, even though it's domesticated, or at least you try to domesticate it, and then the lion grows and then becomes a terror to you. That's what they're saying. That's what the federal government is saying here. And this one was a comment credited to Lai Mohammed, Minister of Information and Culture. And he said this is, he's saying that the inability of the federal government, that's what the Vice President Atiku had said, federal government to defeat the insurgent group puzzles him. Anyways, whatever the case, though, I think this is not one to be politicized at all. And it's a shame that they would want to make this some kind of politics. People have died. A lot of people have died. A lot of people have lost loved ones, lost properties, and it's not something to be joked about. Anyways, this is how much I can take. I'll do a quick recap of all the stories this morning to get your input. I would love for you to drop a comment also on the mobile app. But take a look at the headlines this morning real quick. All right, Atiku suffers gaffe, and he says, vote for PDP. So, you know that the APC's candidate, presidential candidate, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has come under a lot of fire, a lot of backlash with the gaffe. The first one, I think, I'm not sure what I was, God bless PDAPC, and then go and get your APV and vote for, there have been quite a number of those things. But apparently this is something that can happen to anybody, because it has also happened to the PDP's presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, and he has said, vote for PDP. So, hey, before you laugh, think about it. Presidency provides details on 89 trillion naira stamp duty and counters Kazauri on missing funds. Wike says, I have no problem with Atiku. Interest of southern Nigeria is my concern. And this one here is saying that PDP officials were stranded. Atiku campaign protests over delayed landing of their aircraft in Jos, where they went for their campaign rally. House of Reps hails DSS, says kidnapping and banditry have reduced considerably. As for kidnapping, I don't know about that, because you and I will agree to the increase in the number and cases of kidnappings in this part of the country. So I don't know which part. Maybe it's in Abuja. But again, when they are moving around with almost all the escorts of the country, how would they be kidnapped, and how would they even know what is happening with a common man who cannot afford to have one police officer on his side? Anyways, there are more stories to look at. NNPC slashes the price for marketers to ease scarcity. Again, is this not going against the subsidy that they're planning to remove, which is eating into the country's economy, crippling us further? Anyways, the phone lines are open right now. Drop your comments also via SMS if you'd like to send a text or WhatsApp message. Well, SMS and WhatsApp message 0905 948 1021. 0905 948 1021. You can call 081 174 31021 or 0705 079 1021. Super FM Port Harcourt, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, sir. Welcome.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome. What's your name?
This is Comrade Jude.
Oh, Comrade Jude.
Calling from Okeka.
Very good to have you on the program. Go ahead, real quick, please.
Obi, let me quickly ask about Governor Wike saying that his interest is for the South.
Yes.
It's quite flappable and ironic for the governor to say such a thing. This was the governor who the PDP said, let us microzone the presidential candidate to the Southeast. And the governor rejected. Said no, that he has the capacity to win. That he even went to Anambra State and tell the Anambra, don't vote your brother that he cannot win election. That he's only one that can win election, that can defeat ATV, that can pursue Boko Haram. At what time does Governor Wike interest now become of the Southerner? I'm so surprised. The governor always spoke or speak both sides of his mouth. He must be straight. If you want to be a leader must be straight. People can be able to hold your government accountable.
All right, thank you. Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt.
Yeah, good morning, Obi.
Good morning, Otto.
Yeah, exactly.
Welcome.
I would have won the PCA primary if it wasn't manipulated.
Yes. Why are you laughing?
Wike is just funny. I told people that Wike is just angry over what happened in the primary. He has actually showcased that this is what he wanted desperately. But it was quite unfortunate. The PDP people manipulated him according to him. He thought he was smart. He was smart, rather. If you can recall, someone just called you and said he went to Anambra and told them, Obi cannot do anything. And today he is angry, crying. I have no problem with Atiku. Interest of Southern Nigeria is my concern. Hey, now may they leave this thing. I'm going to tell Wike may leave this thing. Which Southern Nigeria? The selfish interest now turned to be the Southern Nigeria interest. It doesn't work that way. Atiku suffered that, then vote for APC. Hey, if it was Tinubu that said this, he would have been everywhere.
Of course.
They don't know that in one way or the other, you must be tired. And when you are tired, errors start creeping in. Even when you are young or old, you will be tired and error will come in. And this is what Atiku has actually suffered yesterday. And people will not understand. Tinubu is coming.
All right, thank you so much. Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, welcome. What's your name?
My name is George, calling from LMS.
George, go ahead, please, real quick.
Buhari telling us we will eliminate petrol and diesel in 2060. We know.
Diesel and petrol generators,
yes,
the use.
Yes, generators, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah, we know. That's what they used to tell us back then. I remember we used to use camel and other means of transportation, but now we have cars. So he does not need to tell us. He has failed. He should just come down. We can't even wait for February election. Let him just come down now. Let them pay him his salary for now today. Let him come down. And let's move on to that 2060.
All right, thank you so much. Super FM Port Harcourt, good morning.
Good morning, the very distinguished Obi. How are you doing this morning?
Temple Okere, very well. Go ahead, please.
Yes, season's greetings.
Yes, indeed. Go ahead.
This morning, my governor telling me that he would have won the presidential ticket of PDP if not that it was manipulated. Am I right?
Yes, that's what he said.
I think that is just the obvious truth. But I believe those who betray him will also suffer for the consequences. That's what I'm assuring them.
All right.
But him telling me also that he has no problem with Atiku, I think that is very much an obvious, hard fact, if I may put it that way. Because my governor has made it clear, or the 5G governors has made it clear, which is Chief Barrister Ian Wike is leading, their demands. And it is on the side of Atiku to reason with what they have pushed forward. He has told us clearly how many times he has met Wike, but he has never been able to tell us how many times he has also met Ayo in order for him to play to the gallery. Because he cannot continue to deceive himself. I have said it very much almost clear that Atiku is not ready to be a president, because if he's ready I think the demands of the 5G governors are clear, and it's there for him to talk to Ayo to do the needful. If at all, he is willing to take the bull by the horn.
Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt. Welcome.
Good morning, Odaji.
Good to have you on the program, Mr. Wala. Welcome. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. I don't understand what my president means by 2016. There will be no
2016.
My neighbor.
He didn't say I passed my neighbor. He said we will not use fuel and diesel generators.
Does it mean that there will be no petroleum by that time? Or
maybe he's saying that there will be lights. There will be constant power supply.
Let it be. But then, from now to 2060, is this too long or too short?
You tell me. Do the mathematics now. That's
that
30.
That's
about 38 years from now.
Hey, it's unfortunate that people will still be in darkness from now to 2060. About 38 years. Can you just imagine that? It's not wishing us good luck. It's not wishing us good luck at all. At least he should give us time frame of 5 years, and then we will see if we can manage it.
All right.
If they do not know what to do to generate electricity, let them go through the environment of Borno State. They have a solar energy system there. When they store solar energy, because they have a high tendency of solar energy. When they install solar plants on all the environment of Borno State, the whole Nigeria will have electricity.
All right.
According to the new technological research now. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt.
Good morning, my sister.
Welcome, my brother. Is that Ambassador Moore?
You are right. You are right.
All right, go ahead, please.
God bless you. God bless you. My governor now telling me that he don't have problem with Atiku. Yes, I believe him.
Okay.
My governor does not have any problem with Atiku. Atiku is the only one that have a problem with my governor, because his brother don't want to step down and don't want to do the right thing. But the only thing that I want to tell Atiku should talk to his brother. Peace will come back to PDP. Federal government now will reply Atiku was Atiku's statement. My sister, I want to let you know that Angila's forest. There is nothing for that. There is nothing like that in this country.
All right.
They want to kill our people. Bukara wants to kill our people. And Buhari know those people. Because in 2015, Buhari told Nigeria that this is what's going to happen if Goodluck is not stepped down. And now Goodluck now stepped down to him. He now bring his brother to come and destroy this country. No problem. I think more negotiations will come in.
All right. Let's try not to make those unfounded comments, but I understand where you're coming from. Okay, Queen Lebari says, I have no problem with Atiku. Interest of Southern Nigeria is my concern. Ayu was voted for and he will serve his tenure complete. Ayu is not secondus. Just because you contested and lost the primaries, you want to punish everybody for that, as if you were the only aspirants that lost the primaries. But no amount of your order here in Rivers State will stop what God has in store for Rivers people. All right, thank you for that comment. Connie Barry says, let's see, this demand continues to be a lamentation because Ayu can't leave office before the expiration of his tenure. Ayu was voted for and he will serve his tenure complete. All right, thank you very much. I think you guys are just pretty much recycling each other's comments, but thank you for yours. Kwate Magno says the statement credited to Governor Wike that he has no problem with Atiku says the interest of the southern Nigeria is concern is a pure fallacy that should be condemned by all, especially Rivers people. Wike and his G5 group are playing selfish politics to benefit their pockets. All right, thank you for your comment. Gote says, Wike should stop crying and move on because you did the same thing here during the Rivers PDP primary election. Wike is only fighting for his interest. Maybe Wike forgot how he imposed Sim Fubara on the party in Rivers State. All right, Dumle says, Wike I disagree with you saying Southern region is his concern. He lied because he is on his selfish course and he has not recovered from his defeat at the PDP presidential primary election by Atiku. Hence, no Southern governor is with him. So he should take some rest because he needs to be alive to see another defeat that will hit him. All right, Celestine Pei says, Wike, I would have won PDP primary. It is God that made you not to win PDP primary. People could have suffered a lot in your hands. God is wonderful. After May 23, better go and rest in your 4-bedroom apartment because Rivers people have suffered and they are bored. Oh, okay. Rivers people are bored. Interesting. All right, Comrade Barry says, I would have won PDP primaries. Good morning, presenter. The governor should stop flogging a dead horse and wake up to the reality that he is not the candidate of the party, and the party is supreme. He was paid in the coin he used in Rivers PDP primary. All right, thank you for that comment this morning. McDon Emmanuel says, I would have won PDP primaries. Well, he would have, but he could have not accepted the outcome of the result. But could he? Okay, but he could not have accepted. We'll eliminate those causing insecurity in the north, says Tinubu. Avi, I want to ask if Tinubu is not part of this present government, that he can't bring those ideas in tackling insecurity. This old man should rest. All right, thank you. Emmanuel Chimenim says Atiku gaffing is a sign that anyone can gaff, not just Tinubu, but anyone can make a slip of tongue. Thank you for your comment. Emma Olibera says, those selling their votes and collecting peanuts should know that consequences of their action, should know the consequences of their action. We don't want wire. Election is not a do or die affair. Thank you for your comment this morning. Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt.
Hello.
Good morning. Good morning.
Thank you. Chelsea for some Moziko calling from the dog.
Moziko, good to have you on the program. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, my sister. Talking about our president, he said he will, there will be no fuel and this thing, generators and diesel generators by 2060. Okay. And you said it's 38 years from now.
Yes.
My sister, you know that 38 years from now, a man that just got married today, his wife will give birth next year. And that wife, child will marry. Before that 38 years, will marry. And also give birth again. It
depends. Even if it's a daughter, she may even marry earlier and have a child that may be in the university.
Yes. Thank you. Oh, thank you, my sister. This means we are looking at like 3 generations to come, or 2 generations to come. That's what the only thing this president has told us, and he did it successfully, was Nigerians, I will bring you from top to bottom, and that is a flying color. He did it with 120% maximum. That is the only thing he has promised us, and he achieved. Rather, the rest, nothing. Thank you, my sister.
Thank you very much, Chelsea for son. My last caller, good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt. Good morning. What's your name?
This is Emmanuel calling from Jari.
Emmanuel, it's been a while. How are you doing?
I'm good, are you?
Very well, thank you. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Let me quickly look at our president telling me that by 2060,
yes.
Yeah, we'll enjoy, what did he say?
Nigeria will stop the use of diesel and petrol generators.
Okay. So, I'm just happy about it because I know before that I said the president will not even be around to enjoy it. Since he cannot do it, he will not be around now. You can't tell how many years that is remaining. If they want to give us fake promise, they will just look us like child, or maybe we don't even know ourselves. They will just promise us anything they want to promise. Where will he be in that 2050? That he's promising me that by 2050 Nigeria will not use the diesel, like that. Now these people, they use us the shine shoe.
All right then. Thank you very much. Thank you for your comments. Thank you so very much for joining me this morning. Let me sneak in one last call. Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt.
Good morning, Mark.
Good morning.
Compliment
Compliment of the season. I'm struggling to hear you. What's your name?
Comrade Batam, calling from Bore.
All right, Comrade Batam. Go ahead, please.
Yes, the Honorable said he will have won the election as the president. If I
Comrade.
think of a truth, of a truth he could have won, but God knows his heart. God knew that if he becomes president, we are suffering in River State. That is the same suffering that he will mount in Nigeria. Secondly, he said, you must go. My younger brother has written several letters to him, telling him to give him only 300 million. That he will use it as for logistics to persuade Ayu, and Ayu will go. But he has failed to respond to such call. So for me, the government is not serious. He's not ready. He's just playing.
All right.
Ayu must go.
All right. Thank you so much for your comment. And many thanks indeed to everybody who has reached out to me this morning. Let me see. Don't forget, I'm still giving away 1,000 Naira airtime to 2 people this morning. All you have to do is download the mobile app. So if you're yet to download our mobile app, first of all, you're missing out the chance of using a fabulous app. So go download it. It's Super FM Global. Drop your comments. Also, let me know that you're a first timer, and I'll know that you're a first timer. Drop your phone number and your name, and you will get it. Rookie Benson on the mobile app is saying, "Good morning, Madam Obiavi." Buhari saying he'll completely eliminate the use of petrol and diesel generators is laughable. When exactly will he do that? He has less than 5 months to leave office, and he suddenly realized that we need light. This is sad. For 7 years plus, we have experienced the worst treatment by his governance, which we won't forget in a hurry. President Buhari should start making preparations to hand over power and quit making these speeches which hold no water. Thank you for your comment. Lera Barry Decor says, Obiavi Atiku making mistake with political party is just proof of confusion. Whether PDP or APC, they are all the same. Thank you for that comment. Thank you also for joining me. All right, just so you know, I'm not giving airtime to everybody who downloads the app today. I'm just going to pick, all right? I'm just going to randomly pick 2 people to give it. So it could be you, download it, and install the app, okay? If you've received your own airtime as well, please leave a comment. Let's know. Let everybody who's looking at it also know that you've received yours. All right, I'll step away right now so that I Am Properties. I will bring them to you after the short break. Please do not change the dial. And most importantly, do not go away from your radio set. It's still Super 93.3 FM, Port Harcourt.
We are Super FM.
And I've got joining me a representative of I Am Properties, Mr. Phil. Good to have you on the program this morning.
Good morning, OBIV. Good morning, Port Harcourt, and anyone listening to me from outside Port Harcourt.
I'm excited because I'm looking at this paper and I'm seeing Xmas promo and I cannot wait to get there.
Yes.
So, but first of all, tell us about I Am Properties.
Okay. For the benefit of those who haven't heard about I Am Properties, possibly you just walked into the city new, I would like to tell you that I Am Properties, we have been into the business of helping people become landlord in this city of Port Harcourt, and also those who have been landlords for decades. And we encourage them to invest into genuine landed properties. And we've been making this announcement for years now. So for so many years now. So that is why I'm here this morning. And I would just like to tell you about the hottest properties that we have right now. And I would like to talk about an area that have been on air for those who always listen to radio.
Okay.
We're talking about this area called Ipo Abara. There's over 47,000 plots that came out here. And the news that is going on now on air is just like it happened in Lagos, where we are moving to Ireland, and some persons never bought. And today it is something that they stand to regret.
Right.
So if you're listening right now, I don't want you to miss buying property from I Am Properties in this environment. We have a special property that is just sharing fence with the new River State University campus. And you can get as low as 550,000 just for this week. This is the promo that we carved out for a while now. Yes. So all you need to do business with us, we have a lot of properties that we mentioned as we move on, even around airport and in Igruta, which is we call the Melvis Garden. Now this one is already surrounded by tarred road. So in case you're interested in any of our properties or the ones I couldn't even mention right now, all you need to do